Right guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. In this one I'm just going to be showing you what to look out for if you've got a Shimano 11 speed shifter, so that applies to any of them. If it's mechanical brake or hydraulic brake, it doesn't make any difference. So what you're looking out for is if your shifter, if one day it's working fine and then the next day you shift up to your outer chainring and it's having trouble to engage on the outer chainring, and then when you try it again after a few attempts, the lever itself won't move from the inner to the outer chainring, so it's just got stuck and you can't figure out what it is. So I'll just run through some steps with you to try and eliminate the problem. So here we have the shift lever. It's 11 speed levers, these are. So obviously this is a front one. So what the problem is, it won't shift up to the outer chainring. So you can push on the lever like that and it won't go across. The derailleur down the bottom there is not moving at all, as you can see there. Nothing happens. So what we do is, because we know obviously it's shifted onto the inner ring, so shifted down to the inner, it's not moving from there. You can always see a cable where it comes out. It doesn't matter if your frame's internally routed, you can always see a cable coming out that goes to the derailleur. So when it's shifted down to the inner chainring, like it is, the cable has some slack in it. It's not dead tight. Obviously, if this cable's dead tight here, then that could be a reason why you can't shift up to the outer chainring. As you can see, there's plenty of slack in that cable there, and I'll just show you it better here because this is a externally routed cable, so you can see it easily. So I'll just show you here. There's that much movement in it when it's on the inner chainring, but still it doesn't shift over. Push as hard as you want on the lever and nothing happens. It's not moving at all. So you can see the end of the cable. If you pull back your hood, you can just see it up in there. So if you move the shifter across, nothing's happening. It won't move. Only just rocks a little bit, but doesn't actually move. So what we'll do is we'll get the inspection cover off the bottom and have a look up inside. So on these 11 speed levers like this, you've just got a screw there. You see that? You can undo that. There's just a cover, just an inspection cover there, so you can see the cable. So if you remove that screw out of there, just be careful not to lose it. Once you remove that, then you can get the cover off the bottom. So just make sure your hood there is out of the way, and then you can flick that cover down off the bottom of here. See that little gap round, little joint round there, it comes off. So I'll just get that out. So just pull the cover out of there like that. So you put that to one side. Now you can see up underneath, and have a look at the cable in there to make sure that you can't see anything that's frayed up in there when you're looking for the up inside the back there. Just make sure you try, as you say, you're trying to shift like that. And have a look, see if you can see any frayed pieces in there of cable, so that'll be stopping it shifting if there is. So we can't see anything obvious up in there. You can't see any broken strands of cable or anything sticking down anywhere to interfere with it. So what we'll do now is we'll just disconnect the cable from the derailleur end. So what we've done is we've just undone the pinch bolt and got the cable out and snipped it from underneath there. Snipped the end stop off it and got the cable out of the actual derailleur. So now we've got it through there. So we're going to replace this cable because see, we can't see anything wrong with the cable itself inside the shifter, but say the shifter's not working, so it'll have to have a new cable anyway. So what we do is get this through and back up to the shifter end. So to get the cable in the shifter end, what you want to do is flick off the little cover there, the inside of the inside the lever, and you can see now we've disconnected the cable at the other end. You can see your cable just there, so you can get that cable there and just pull that out like that. So you want to pull out a foot or so of cable, then you can just snip that off up here. Then we can get it out of the shifter body, see if there's any damage on it inside. So there we have the cable out from the shifter body there, and as you can see, pull it through a bit. If it was going to be damaged, it would be damaged just in here. That's where the wear happens, as it just moves around as you change up and down. But as you can see there, the cable, there's nothing wrong with the cable there. So we get that right out of the way. Now we just try the pull that all the way through, and now we just try the shifter, flick your hood back down as it would be, get it right back down here, fitted properly before you try the shifter. So we remove the cable, and now the lever shifts perfectly, even though, like I said, there was no damage to the cable. If you just look up in here, you can see if it's working properly. If you just watch there, you'll see it moves out of the way from the stop. There's a stop just there, and as it comes back round, just hit on the stop like that, and you shift back down to the inner chainring, and it'll move away. And that's the same up on the other side there. It just hits onto the stop like that, just there. So we know it's working as it should, and you can see where the cable would go on the inside there. It actually rotates round like that. You can see it there. The cable would go up in there, and you can see it as you shift back down and up. You can see it move. So it's all moving, and it's all operational without the cable. So you can just put some spray in there inside if you want to, just some spray grease in there, just to put some extra bit of grease on it if yours doesn't look like it's got anything in there. But all we do is put a new cable in and get it installed back to the derailleur, and see if it's shifting as it should be with a new cable in. Even though, say, there's nothing visibly wrong with the cable, with it detached though, it's shifting absolutely perfect. So obviously we've got the shifter shifted down into the inner chainring to put your new cable through. So you just put it in the slot at the top there, and then if you push it through, it'll come out the other side like that. You just carry on passing it all the way through until you get to the end stop. So when it's at the stop like that, all you do is push it down into the hole there, and then push that up inside, and just pull on the cable from the opposite side, just to make sure that has gone up in there like that, so you know it's all the way in. And then obviously you get your other end of your cable, and then on the inside your shifter there, when you got it, I'll flip the hood back the other way, and then you see where the cable just goes in and underneath your bar tape or through your handlebars or however yours is. So we've got a new cable installed in the shifter. It's not attached at the other end. You see the cable's just there. But what that means you can do is, if you keep some tension on the cable wherever you can see it, so that may be down by your derailleur if yours is going inside the frame, as long as you can see it somewhere. If you just keep a hold of it, put a bit of tension on it, so what you can do then is just shift across with the cable installed and shift back down again. Make sure, like I said, you put on the cable and it will change up and down, and make sure it still works. If it doesn't work, then you know you've got a problem somewhere. So once you're happy the cable's moving in there okay, you can just go ahead and pop your cover back on there, and then fold your hood back over. So we've got a cable all the way to the derailleur, and what you want to check before you hook it up is the derailleur is actually moving up to the outer chainring. So if you just push it across with your hand like that, what you can do is, if it only goes feels like it only goes so far, what you want to do is make sure that you sort of lift up just on the top there slightly when you're pushing it across, so as it goes right over as it should, like that. You see there, it moves. Like I say, all you got to do is push on it and just lift up there and it'll go right over like that. So you can see it's operating all the way as it should be. So when you hook the cable up, obviously you know that the shifter's working as it should be, and so is the derailleur, so just make sure you check that. So we've got the cable hooked back up now onto the derailleur, so we just try it. So the derailleur is working exactly as it should be now. So if you found the video helpful, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more cycle related content. Till next one, ride safe and I'll see you then.